Right here at the entrance is the Chinese dragon head. This dragon head is dated to the 1930s or 40s. It has the signature of the Chinese Masonic Hall, or they're also known as the Chinese Freemasons. We are now inside the location of A Seat at the Table Chinatown, and the art piece that greets you when you enter the space is this beautiful illustrated giant walk that was produced by two local Chinese-Canadian artists, Elisa Yon and Stella Zhang. She spent a lot of time conceptualizing this piece, which shows a family having dim sum together. And she actually has a very personal connection to this art piece as well, being that her family was also part of the restaurant trade, and they worked in one of the local Chinese restaurants in Vancouver. And so for her, it was a very personal project.
So as Denise mentioned, one of the things you notice when you first come in through the windows and through the ceiling is an installation we're calling the Sea of Faces. And what we wanted to do was to remind people that Chinese Canadian history is very much about people and individuals. That's what a community is all about. And so these faces come from all different generations, from the first waves of Chinese Canadians to more current ones. We have faces of people from all different time periods, faces of people that are well known, like Alexander Kumyao and Paul Yi, a well-known author, and Wei Sun Choi, all the way down to those who aren't even remembered anymore. And these faces also come from all over the province, so from Barkerville, Nanaimo, Victoria, the interior, Kamloops, and of course Vancouver.
As you enter the space, you will be able to interact with 4 of our interactive panels. They're multimedia panels that include photos, stories, as well as videos, and a slideshow that features 4 of the themes of this exhibition, which includes food, services, culture, and activism. And right here, we're standing in front of the food panel, and there are a number of photos here that represent different experiences of communities, of people who have memories of food. Also, we have installed these directional speakers above you. So if you stand right beneath these speakers, you'll be able to hear the stories that are presented in these films. So we are here now at the section on culture, and this is really exciting because this section really is able to reflect the vibrant communities that emerged over many decades that Chinese Canadians have settled in British Columbia. And for our current display here, we have a number of photos that have been curated by Catherine Clement, where it reflects some of the different organizations and groups that formed through multiple generations of Chinese Canadians, especially the sports teams and the different festivals, and also cultural traditions that they practice. So we are now at the services section, where a number of family businesses are featured. Some of them have already been mentioned by Catherine, but here we have also some photographs of historic general stores in different parts of British Columbia. So here we are at the 4th section of our interactive panel on activism. And in this section, we have featured 5 videos that talk about different eras and in Chinatown history, and also talking about what activism means for different people. And so in this video, we hear from Carvin Lee, who is a member, very active member of the Chinatown community, who is also part of Yarrow, and he talks about what activism means for him as a young Chinese Canadian youth. So right here at the very far end of the exhibition are these paper shadow installations. Before COVID, we had envisioned that this would be an interactive workshop space and that this would become an interactive activity where young children and adults and seniors can all participate in these paper cutting workshops to make their own paper silhouettes and be able to set up their own storytelling kind of diorama. And so here we have a way in which you can interact with these different pieces, which all tell a story about a particular moment in Chinese Canadian history.